Hickory. Welcome to this week's episode of Brave in Action. I am a transformational success coach who is here to help you learn to deeply and completely like and trust yourself at this stage of your life as this version of you because you're no longer who you used to be and you're not quite who you're going to be. But if you can grow from a place of liking, loving, and trusting yourself where you are right now, the possibilities are endless. It's so exciting. I'm so happy to be here with you. This is our second week on Tuesdays at 1:30 p.m. Central. And used to be Wednesday. So it's a new time. I know that some of you are still adjusting to that, but really glad to have you here with me for sure. I apologize if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. My For whatever reason, my webcam is not being registered. So the quality of the camera is a little bit off, and I apologize for that. But on Instagram, we should be good. It's so nice to see you. So happy to be here with all of you. I love today's topic. It is, of course, a topic that um, that's very near and dear to my heart. And I want to tell you a little bit of a backstory, if I may do so. So, those of you who've been around a minute, you know that I have two podcasts, The Brave Files and Was It Chance? The Brave Files is a solo podcast that I have had for almost 5 years now. We're going to be celebrating that milestone coming up really, really soon. And back in the very, very beginning of the Brave Files podcast, I interviewed a woman named Jennifer Royal. Jennifer is a magician and a hypnotist from Germany. She's a really cool human being. She is a coach in those areas, and she also does stage performances and things like that. So, right at that time, here, I'll grab it. I'll show you. I had just finished. Should have had that prepared, but I didn't. I had just finished publishing my very first book, which is a gratitude journal called Shift Your Focus. Those folks who are in my incubator receive a copy of this as a welcome gift when they join the incubator. If you don't have a gratitude practice and you'd like one, this is a really great place to start. I'm not here to hard push the journal, although it really is awesome. And I had this incredible conversation with Jennifer about what it meant to be magic, what it meant to create things, to change things, to invent things, to do all of that. And just as we were hanging up, so it's a great interview. Y'all should go listen to it. If you can find it anywhere you enjoy podcasts. At the very end, she said, Heather, before we go, I want to tell you something. And I'm like, okay, what is it? And she said, you are a magician too. You took something that was only in your head, and now you hold it in your hand. And that is magic. And that is magic. And first of all, what a gift. What a gift hearing that from her was, because we do things almost on autopilot. We create and we produce and we can feel good and we can celebrate. And I certainly did that when the first book came out. But we don't think of ourselves as creating the future necessarily, right? So I've been doing a lot of talking about manifestation. I'm going to specifically next week's live show, Brave in Action live show, we're going to be talking about the power of visualization and how that can help you manifest and create the future that you deeply desire, right? But we often don't really appreciate our own role in that growth process, in that magic, in that creation. And I just felt washed over with gratitude when she shared that with me. And now I use it a lot. If any of you have seen me speak, keynote speak, or work from stages, I bring this in very often at the end of my speeches. And I say to the audience, and I say to you right now, you are magic. You are magic. And I want you to take a moment. So I promised in the promo for this episode, I promised you that I would prove to you that you are a magician. And so let's do that work. I want you to think about things that exist now simply because you created them, whether they're tangible, whether you can hold it in your hand like a book or like the Create Brave cards, or if it's a program or a thing that you sell, a service that you sell, a business that you have that you didn't have before, whatever it is, maybe it's a home that you manifested, or I don't know, it could be anything. I want you to think about and list out things that exist simply because you thought of them in your mind and then you took thoughtful, intentional action in order to create them so that they now exist in reality. And I want you to say to yourself, I am a magician. I took something from my mind and now it exists in the world. Now it's a real, tangible thing that other people can experience and enjoy, and really lean all the way into enjoying that, into living up into that magic. And here's what unlocks for us when we do that. What unlocks for us when we take the time to recognize our own power and our own magic, then we start to dream even bigger. We start to think, wow, if I can create that, if I have that magic inside of me, what else is there? What other magic can I create? Right? You're going to start to dream a little bit bigger. It's the same thing about bravery and embracing our own magic, saying out loud, owning, declaring that you are magic, owning and declaring that you are brave. What do I always say about bravery? I say that bravery is so powerful because when we choose bravely on purpose, we choose bigger, we win bigger, and it's contagious. So you add on those little brave choices, those little brave choices, those little brave choices. You start to feel more confident. Your shoulders go back. You trust yourself more. You ask yourself more honest questions because the answers to those questions don't fucking terrify you as much. And you start to think, oh, maybe I can create this wild thing that I never thought. My book, Fuck Fearless, which was my third book, but my first full book, because the other two were Gratitude Shift Your Focus, Gratitude Journal Shift Your Focus, and Gratitude Journal Grow Grateful, which are crazy, amazing, exciting, wonderful, magical successes. But this was even more. Both of my podcasts that didn't exist until I dreamt them up and I put them out into the world, and they touch people. I get comments all the time from people who are moved by what they're hearing and experiencing, or they feel like they've been seen, or something resonates, or makes them laugh, or lights them up. I mean, gosh, for Was It Chance right now, the episode we have live is with the guy who invented MacGyver. He created MacGyver. He wrote the first thing, and then he has this whole MacGyver series. And I laughed at the time when we first did this interview. I was like, you literally invented something that's now become a verb. I'm going to go MacGyver that. And just last night, my partner and I were watching TV. Is a cooking competition. And she's like, I need to MacGyver something here. And I laughed so hard because it's true. But Lee, who you can go and listen to right now, wherever you enjoy podcasts, go and listen to this interview because it's so fucking good. He created that. That's his magic, and so much other magic from it. And the magic of MacGyver, actually, I wasn't planning to go down this path, but I really love it. The magic of MacGyver is that anybody can do anything. You have everything you need right now to do anything you can dream or imagine, right? And when we believe that about ourselves, when we trust that about ourselves, we fucking open up the bottle. We open up the genie. Out they go, the genie. And it's us. And we're magic. When we choose bravely on purpose, we choose bigger, we win bigger, and it's contagious. Embracing your own inner magic is, in fact, choosing bravely. And we do these little bitty things, one right after another, one step after another. A book doesn't get written overnight. A book gets started in your mind, and you think, whoa, wow, do I want to do this? And then you go, maybe I do. What would that look like? And you create a little outline, maybe. And you start to think about what kinds of things go into it. Maybe you have conversations with other people that you know who've written books, or started podcasts, if you want to use a podcast as an example. And you start to think about what that might mean for you and how much time it might take. And then you start to map out that process. And maybe you do one little bit. Oh, I'm going to sit down for 15 minutes today and I'm going to write out the idea behind it, or I'm going to work on this. And you build and you build and you build. And the next thing you know, you have something fucking incredible that didn't exist before you showed up to create it. You are a fucking magician. So I would love to have you type in the comments here. I see a couple of names here. Hello. Hi, friends. So happy to have you here. Type in the comments what kind of magic you've created, or maybe what kind of magic you desire creating. What are you currently working on? Or what's your wildest dream that you can't even imagine yet? I know my good friend Chris Davis, who has been a guest on the podcast and is often here for the live show, has a new book coming out. She absolutely made that magic happen. So fucking cool, right? I want to celebrate with you, and I want you to celebrate with yourself what magic you have created and what magic you are creating. And I want you to deeply believe in your gut and in your soul that all of these things are possible for you. You have everything you need right this minute. You have everything you need. There's nothing in your way except maybe your mind, and we can get through that. I can help you. It's all good, right? Um, we are going to be unveiling an abundance challenge. It's going to be coming in early April. I think early April. Still kind of hammering out those details, but it's going to be a 5-day abundance challenge to help you engage with every type of abundance, because abundance is so much more than just financial wealth, mental, emotional abundance, peaceful abundance, joyful abundance, all of that. So all of these things tie in together. And I'm so eager to hear how you are embracing your own magic, what you're putting out into the world, what you've done in the past. Let's celebrate. All of that is magical and wonderful. I love it. It's so exciting. And, working with my amazing clients in the incubator right now, I'm watching them grow. We're entering, this is week 5 of the incubator of out of 16. And I'm seeing bits and pieces for all of them of so much clarity and awareness. And oh wow, I didn't realize I reacted this way in this kind of situation, or this felt like that, and I don't want that. I can shift that. I can change that. And to me, that's magic. Think about that. Owning your own awareness, taking responsibility for yourself and how you show up in the world, and how you desire to show up in the world, and how you want to interact with other people, and what you want to build and what you want to grow. That's fucking magic. It's all magic, and you have it inside of you right now, all the time. But we don't notice it. We don't see it. We don't feel it. We don't acknowledge it unless we stop to do so. Unless we stop and we go, wow, what is my magic that I'm creating right now? And maybe it doesn't look like somebody else's. It probably won't, because no one else is you. And my friend, that's your fucking superpower. No one else does what you do the way that you do it. They can't, because they don't have your lived experience. They don't have your skills. They don't have your talents. They don't have your brain. They don't have your own creativity. You are unique in the world. You are gorgeous and beautiful in the world. You are wonderful magic. So be sure to share, right? Leave some comments in the chat. Send me an email, heather@vickeryandco.com. Send me a DM on Instagram. At Vickery & Co, all of that, and let me know. So I am going to pull, every week I pull a Create Brave card. For those of you who don't know, the Create Brave cards are a deck of manifestation cards to help you guide and source your next steps in life and business, wherever. And I co-created this beautiful deck with my incredible, amazing friend, Rachel Swanson. She is a creativity coach, and I'm the Brave Method coach. And we put all of our skills together to make these cards, but she did all the artwork. So I got to give Rachel all the props for the artwork. They are stunning. The cards are really beautiful. If you'd like to get your own set, you can go to vickeryandco.com/social and order your own set. They're beautiful and they're worth it. I like to pull a Create Brave card every week to see sort of what's here for me this week. And I think it's for you. I pull them for you. So let me know what shows up for you, what you feel, what connects with you when you hear the word, when you see the image, when you hear the affirmation that goes with it. If you like tarot cards or oracle cards, you're going to love the Create Brave cards. So I tend to shuffle until the one that is meant for me, the universe says, this is your card, like that. When I shuffled all of them and this one stayed here. Oh, hell yeah. Delegate. Woo! I love this. I don't know that I've had this card ever pop up on our live show. Delegate. Just because I can do it all doesn't mean I should do it all. Okay, you guys, so I love this card, and I love it with magic, because sometimes in order to really tap into our most sincere and honest magic, we have to let other people help us. right? Just because you can do it all doesn't mean you should do it all. Allowing other people to support you, asking for help, asking for support, asking for accountability, recognizing all of that is so magical. And I will share a story with you. One of my wonderful friends, Melinda, she's got a company called Breathe. You can find them on Instagram. Melinda is my meditation guide. She's also the meditation guide for the incubator. And when I was first doing meditation with her, she does something that's really unique that I've never seen any other meditation guide practitioners do, which is after she takes you through the guided meditation, you journal and then you come back and she sort of coaches you through what's shown up for you in your journal. And so I have not been a big meditator before that. It's not something I've done very often. I'm like, oh, I can't meditate. I do EFT tapping and I love EFT tapping, but I feel like I need to be busy. But I loved this meditation with her so much. And I felt very peaceful. And in fact, I felt kind of empty, like not negative empty, wonderful empty. Like my brain wasn't, constantly firing. I was really relaxed. So she said, write down what showed up for you. And I'm like, gosh, I don't have much because it was so calm and peaceful and relaxing. But the first thing that showed up was, okay, maybe I can meditate. Maybe I can let that story go, which is nice because it's a bullshit story, like most of our stories are. And then I was like, I don't have anything else. I don't have anything else. It was so calm. It was so peaceful. And then all of the sudden, I had this overwhelming feeling of honesty, which was if I show up and I produce these products, this suite of products that I've been working on for the last year that I'm really excited about, but I have had some blockage with, including the incubator, which is now out. If I show up and do these things, then I will no longer get my freedom. I will no longer have time to rest. And for those of you who follow human design, I'm a certified human design expert. Although there are lots of people who are far more expert than me, but I love it. I'm a projector in human design, and projectors are here to guide and lead, but we have to start with rest. We have to rest before we work. And that took me a long time to get comfortable with, but I love it. It's freeing. And I was like, if I do all of this stuff, I won't get to rest. I won't have that freedom to rest. And then I immediately followed that thought up with, that's some bullshit, Heather. That's total and complete bullshit. You simply have to, where's the card? Delegate. You have to hire help before you're ready and trust the process. Because there are people who are really skilled at building all of this stuff out and having it be automated so that you can show up and do your powerful work and change people's lives and not have to be stuck in the minutia and of the things that are hard for you. And I knew I needed to hire somebody. I've been planning on it, but that was really the kick in the ass to get me started. And I did hire an OBM to help set up all that stuff. They are incredible. We're getting all that set up. I told you we're getting ready to do the Abundance Challenge. We're going to launch another cohort of the incubator in late summer, early spring, or early fall. We have some other really cool things happening, and the whole ball is rolling. So much magic is coming, and it's coming because I chose to trust myself, believe in my own magic, and delegate. So there you go. I'll read we have a guidebook. So it's like having two coaches in your little pocket. So it has the focus word. It has the affirmation and then some coaching guidance, as well as create brave prompt, a thing you can go and do. So I'll read it to you. Delegate. Just because I can do it all doesn't mean I should do it all. You're not designed to do all things, nor are you required to. Oh. Let that sink in. Let me say it again. You are not designed to do all of the things, nor are you required to. What kind of freedom comes with that, right? Ask yourself, are you taking on too much at the moment? Delegating is an act of strength and empowerment. It's about valuing your time and abilities. If you're putting up with things that serve no purpose or keep you feeling stuck and unhappy, consider ways to delegate those tasks. Find the areas in your life that can happen without you. There's great power in asking for support and in receiving it. What would happen if you allowed others to carry some of the load? Imagine the possibilities. And then here's the Create Brave prompt. Look at a weekly or monthly schedule and notice how you spend your time. Identify what activities require your specific attention and what responsibilities can be shared or transferred. Ask for support from at least one item that you've identified. That will free you up. That's a magic all by itself, right? Oh my God. Absolutely incredible. So if you like the Create Brave cards, you can go to vickeryandco.com/social and order a set. I will send them to you personally. I'll even give you a little love note. I want to hear about your magic. And I just want to throw out there that many of you have asked. And so I have responded, and I'm so delighted and honored. If you like the free content I put out, my weekly live show or either of the podcasts, the Brave Files or Was It Chance, you can say thank you by sending me a little tip, buying my coffee for the week. If you go to vickeryandco.com/say thanks, you can contribute to the coffee fund. Anything that you would like, any amount is acceptable and appreciated. And if you choose to do that, if you decide to say thanks, I will personally thank you out loud. I will thank you for the thank you in the live show, in the newsletter, on the podcast. Check out all the different places so that you can hear me thank you and give you lots of love and lots of props. We will be back next Tuesday. We're going to talk about visualization next Tuesday. I'm really excited to share it with you. This is such a treat every week. It's such a treat to get here and to be able to spend quality time with you. So from my heart to yours, this is Heather Vickery reminding you today and every single day to go out and choose bravely. Bye now.